Welcome to Fundamentals of Philosophy. My name is John Taylor, and I will be your instructor for this brief term. If you are listening to this lecture, congratulations. You are probably going to do better in this course than the students who aren't. And that is because this is the lecture where I tell you what to do to get an A in this course. A handout will accompany this lecture and all the other lectures, which includes links to things that you should click on. Because you can't click on things in a lecture. That's not how lectures work. This course is a part of the State of Georgia eCore program, which means that credits earned in this course are transferable across any participating college in the University System of Georgia. Awesome. It's also a remote, asynchronous, accelerated online course. What does that mean? First, it means that this course is entirely virtual. I am not physically located in Valdosta, Georgia. In fact, I am 3,000 miles west of Georgia in a city called Eugene, Oregon, where the time is 3 hours earlier than it is in Georgia. So my voice is traveling to you across, through the magic of technology, from across a vast expanse of both space and time, which seems somehow appropriate for a philosophy course. This is also an accelerated course for accelerated times. We only have 8 weeks together, so we'll be moving pretty fast through some fairly challenging concepts. For this reason, I will be sending you announcements at the beginning of every week, announcements that have been specifically designed in a laboratory to help you chart the most efficient and streamlined course through the material. So read the announcements. Seriously, this will make both of our lives much easier. You can find an archive of the announcements in the announcements section of the course website, which again, you can click on in the actual handout, which I'm going to send you. Every announcement will include such things as a link to a packet of course materials for that week. This packet will include a study guide. The study guide lists all assignment dates for that week and tells you exactly what you need to read and watch to make the best grade on that week's assignments. The packet will also include links to that week's course materials, including PDF copies of the text that you have to read. You are, of course, welcome to purchase the textbook if you like through the online BlazeView portal. Our textbook for this course is Exploring Philosophy, an introductory anthology, 8th edition, that's important, by Stephen M. Kahn. This book is only available digitally through the course website. If you buy a physical copy, like a paper book of the textbook, it's almost certainly going to be the wrong edition. And it's going to have the wrong readings in it, and they aren't going to help you on the assignments. Only read the 8th edition. And this is why I'm going to send you the readings in PDF format every week for free. Another reason to pay attention to the announcements. But this is so that there is no confusion about what you're supposed to read, because there's always confusion. So hopefully this will eliminate that. The packets will also include 3 handouts to accompany the 3 lectures that I will link to in the weekly announcements. The lectures and the handouts together have been designed in that same laboratory to collectively answer, either directly or indirectly, every question in that week's assignments. The lectures will generally give you a more accessible overview of the material and its context. The handouts, on the other hand, will dive deeper into the specific terminology and the technical details of the philosophical arguments. Both of these pieces are important for success in the class. Pay attention to both of them. The most straightforward path through the course is probably to listen to the lectures, read the handouts, and also review the PowerPoints, which break the key concepts down into context-free bullet points for easy digestion and easy reference when you're taking the quizzes and exams. To make things as accessible as possible, the lectures will be provided in 3 formats. So 3 lectures, 3 handouts, 3 formats. They will be posted as videos of about 15 to 20 minutes each on YouTube. I will also provide links to audio files that you can listen to while driving or operating other heavy machinery. I don't know what you do. And finally, a written transcript of the lectures will be also provided that you can refer to as needed, for example, during a test. Use whatever method works best for you. The packet will also contain any additional materials and fun stuff related to our weekly topics. All of this material and more will be archived in a special area of the course website known as the Course Cafe. You should bookmark this page and the handout will explain how to do that. It will be frequently updated, or semi-frequently, with course materials, philosophical articles, and other things related to the course. You are also welcome, but not required, to post things yourself to the Course Cafe if you would like to ask a question or open a larger discussion with the rest of the class. It's kind of an open space. Be creative. Do what you want there, within reason. There is also an app. There is an app version of the website. It's called the Brightspace Pulse app, and again, links are going to be provided in the handout. You can install this on your Android or Apple device, whichever you have, maybe both. I have personally found it to be more or less completely useless, but it exists. So if you want to have it, you can have it. Maybe you can find some use for it. Most importantly, the website also includes your online assignments. The easiest way that I've found to find your assignments on the website is to skip the homepage entirely and select the Contents section. It's on the top horizontal navigation bar. This should give you a page with links to all of the modules and their assignments on the left vertical sidebar. And again, links handout. So go to Contents, navigate from there, skip the homepage. You should start, appropriately enough, with the Start Here module. And everything's divided into modules. That's just what they call them. The Start Here module includes 4 things that you will need. The syllabus. The syllabus quiz, your introductory discussion assignment, and a link to the Course Cafe. The syllabus quiz is required to verify enrollment and to avoid issues with financial aid. So make sure you read the syllabus and complete the quiz. It's a pretty easy one, all leading up to a question, are you enrolled? Yes or no? If yes, then the government will give you money. Make sure you do it, make sure you submit it by the date indicated in the course schedule, which will also be included in the packet that I send out with this video. And the course schedule is also available on the website. It'll be available in PDF format. It's very important. It lists all of the due dates when things are due. You want to make sure that you have a copy of the course schedule on time. And I try to make it as available and accessible as possible. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. And also complete the syllabus quiz on time so that we can make sure you're enrolled and you can get financial aid, which seems like a win for everyone. The introductory discussion will be the first of six discussion assignments that will be assigned weekly throughout the course, at least up through course module 5. Since the course is a part of the Georgia eCore program, the course comes with a university design template. There are some things that I can change and update, and there are other things that I can't, because they have to remain consistent across courses. Discussions are one of the things that I can't update. I did not personally design the discussions, and sometimes I get questions from students who aren't entirely sure how to do them. So as a result, I've put together a set of detailed discussion instructions, which can be used for any of the discussion assignments, and again, that will be linked on the handout. The course template comes with a set of prompt questions for each discussion. You should treat these prompts more as suggestions, I think. If they inspire you to write great tracts of philosophy, then by all means follow them. You are also welcome to write about any topic covered in the readings for that week that interest you. The point of the assignment is to encourage you to engage with the material and with each other, since we're not physically in the same space. The only hard requirements are that you write about something from the week's readings, so it's got to be relevant, meet the minimum word count specified in the discussion instructions. It's also going to be in the rubric, the grading rubric that I provide. I'm going to send both of those out to you. Properly cite your sources. So you've got to source things back, and you've got to use APA, both in text and in reference citations, and reply to 2 of your classmates' posts. Do those 3 things and you're good to go. Meet those criteria. Let me know if you have any questions about this. And that gets us to quizzes. In addition to the weekly discussions, there will be 6, count them, 6 weekly quizzes. Quizzes consist of multiple choice and objective true or false questions that focus on comprehension of the readings, right? So you should be able to find all of the answers to the quiz questions in the lectures, the handouts, and the PowerPoints. Those 3 places, and also in the readings themselves. So keep those on hand when you take the quizzes. It's all open book, so you'll have all of this material in front of you. It should be fairly straightforward, but let me know if it isn't. You will have 2 attempts at every quiz, so use them if you need them. You get an A the first time, you probably don't need the second attempt. The system will default to the higher of the 2 scores. There will also be 2 written exams, one at midterm and the other towards the end of the course, more like a final. Written exams are short response format. They will also have a minimum word count. That will be explained in the rubric that I send out. They offer a more comprehensive overview of the material from the previous few modules, like the first one's going to cover modules 1 through 3. The second one's going to cover modules 4 and 5. Again, answers to all of the exam questions should be available in the lectures, handouts, and PowerPoints. So keep those on hand when you take the exams and you'll be fine. You'll have one attempt at each of the exams, but you'll also have 2 full hours to complete it, which hopefully will be more than enough. All of this is leading up to your final paper, which will be due at the end of the course. The paper will synthesize the concepts from the final 2 modules and apply them to urgent real-world scenarios. So we're going to put the philosophy to work. The SmartPath website includes detailed final paper guidelines that if this were the handout, you could click on right now, but you can't because it's not. I will also send out detailed final paper instructions about how to structure your paper, which is always a question people have. So read both of those things and they should answer all the questions. But if you have further questions, feel free to reach out. You can also find me in office hours. Lots of ways to contact me. Typically every week we'll have more or less the same schedule. But check the course schedule because there will be exceptions. For example, week 1, which we're in right now, which begins on a Wednesday, which is kind of weird, but that's the way it worked out. On a typical week, on Monday, I'm going to send out an announcement that's got links to the lectures and the packet with the learning materials and the course stuff, things to click on, things to download, things to reference. Wednesday will be your discussion post. Thursday, you're going to reply to your classmates' discussion posts. And then Friday, you take a quiz. When there's exams, they'll happen on the following Monday, but there's only 2 of those. Grading. I will send out detailed grading rubrics for maximum grading transparency. I want you to know, to have expectations about how I'm going to be scoring things. I want to be transparent about that. So please review these to understand how I'll be scoring the assignments. They can also be found on the course website, and I'll provide links. All graded assignments will be open book, so use the course materials. Be aware that there will be a 10% reduction in score for every day that an assignment is late. Maybe. Office hours are optional and will be held through Microsoft Teams. Look for an invitation to join, and please let me know if you do not receive one. I am also available via email and through the course chat app. I will generally try to get back to you within about 24 hours. AI tools. Let's talk AI. AI tools like ChatGPT can be helpful for summarizing and brainstorming and doing things like formatting citations, stuff like that. But submitting AI-generated content is considered plagiarism. If you use AI, make sure to paraphrase things in your own words, which is actually good for your brain because then you have to process it as you restructure things. At the end of the term, you will have an opportunity to fill out a short survey. This is optional, of course, but I hope that you'll consider providing feedback. This course is in a state of constant evolution in response to student responses and outcomes. Since we're not in the room together, I'm relying on you to let me know what's working and what isn't. And your feedback helps me make this course better for future students. And I think that wraps up the introductory lecture, and I will see you in lecture 1 for module 1.